This video is to introduce you to the changes in how I formatted the weekly plan and schedule, and to introduce how those changes, how you will use those changes. The goal is if for to be easier for you to track your work and to find things on Google Classroom. So let me show you how it'll work. So every morning, again at 8:25, I will post the morning meeting and daily assignments. And in this day, you will see that you will have these links. There will be more. This video will be on it and also my morning meeting video, but you'll have the weekly plan and the daily schedule. The weekly plan is something you can use as a checklist to make sure you got everything done, but I think you're going to want to focus on the daily schedule. So I'll just quickly show you the weekly plan. And the weekly plan looks much like it did last week. You have the subject and focus, you have the days of the week. If you go down, you read the columns down. Monday, this is what I do. And so in reading, there's 3 assignments. Writing, there's 1. Math, there's 2. And there's nothing for making meeting. And you go back up to the top. You can do these in any order you want. But that's what's going to happen on Monday. So then let's go to the daily schedule. Now, the daily schedule, you're going to notice some changes. And the big change is up here where it says assignment. And I've coded the assignments. So if it's a square, it means it's a work for today, and I want you to submit it on Google Classroom or Khan Academy or commonlit.org. If you don't get to it that day, I understand things happen and we're not able to get everything done. Just get it done the next day. And this way I put the box because if you're using this as a checklist, then you can put a check into the box. Or I'm going to make everybody their own copy. And the other thing you can do is come over here and I'm going to highlight it in blue. I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to press copy. Then I'm going to go here and I'm going to go back to edit and I'm going to press paste. So you don't have to print this document out and you can still use it as a checklist. The other symbols you want to keep track of are the star. The star means it's today's work, but you do not submit it. An example of that would be Lexia. And the other one is this arrow, which means it's a multiple day assignment. Something you should be working on throughout the week. So this week I really want you to get used to these symbols and how to use the check mark to keep track of what you've done. Now, this is how you read this schedule. You start with the subject morning meeting. So I know it's morning meeting. And then I need my student work to complete. I need to watch the video and watch the estimation jar video. Location, it should say Google Classroom there. Let me do that now. Let's go to a more complicated column. So reading. So reading, there's 2 parts to reading today. So there's the independent reading and the reader's response. And I actually tell you when it's due, and I'm giving it to you till tomorrow. So independent reading, reading nonfiction. Choose a nonfiction book from home or use Tumble Books to find a nonfiction book to read. And then reader's response. Complete the 3-2-1 reader's response and locate in Google Classroom. So this tells you what it is. And this part tells you the parts to it. So whenever we read an assignment, we want to read it across to know the heading of the assignment, the title, and then the parts of the assignment. And then the location is clever, Tumble Books. The materials needed are your reader's notebook. And there's also the resource of the Tumble Book video. You're going to see this along the way. So one way to keep track of it is square means something you should do that day and finish that day. A star means it and turn it in. A star means something you should do that day, finish that day, but you don't need to show me you finished it. And then an arrow, like the creative writing, means something you're going to start and work on it throughout the week or a couple of weeks. So these are our new plans. In how they're going to look, and I hope that coding will help you. The other thing that's going to happen is now in the Monday announcements, I'm going to put in this tab here, sign in Google accounts, click on it, and it's going to open up your Google Classroom, and it should open up to your classwork, and it should be labeled Monday, March 30th. And if you look, your assignments for that day are all in one place. So now you don't have to go looking for them. If for some reason that link doesn't work, just go ahead and press on classwork, and I believe it will come to the same part, and you'll get the Monday, March 30th. So just to summarize, I hope these two big changes are helpful to you. And the two big changes are the coding of the daily schedule. Again, square means something to do and turn in that day. Star means something to do, but you're not supposed to turn it in. And the arrow means something that's going to go over multiple days. Remember to read this daily assignment across. And the other big difference is in your morning announcement, you're going to be able to find your daily schedule and then a link to all of the assignments. And it's those assignments where I give you more specific information about how to complete it. Okay, so hopefully this makes it easier this week, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning.